The Falmouth Commodores are on the road again to face the Cotuit Cavaliers for the first time this season. Welcome into Opening the Door. I'm Destiny Sanchez alongside Matt Venezia and Zach Sterdenick. Matt, last night in Bourne was a tough loss for the Dores, 6-5. What happened in Bourne?
Yeah, it was a tale of another one of those close games. 9 of the first 11 for the Dores have been decided by a run or those two couple of ties that we've seen to this point in the year, and one of those was against Bourne earlier in the year. But right out of the gate, A.J. Causey, we were excited to see him from that submarine arm slot, and on 3 hits, brought in 3 runs right out of the gate for Bourne. Falmouth was chasing early out of the gate. With the help of Kevin Bazell, though, they were able to get some knocks going in the middle part of that ball game and eventually made it 4-3. After A.J. was done, he settled down through 5 innings, only gave up 4 runs after the 3 right out of the gate. Rio Britton came in and gave up 2 right away, so the Dores were once again in somewhat of a deficit. They made it interesting, though. They always do. They had to make it a 1-run game. That's what this team always does. John Spikerman was able to come around and score in the top of the 9th, but ultimately 6-5 was the final score. Again, I think the bats are starting to heat up. It was really motivating to see this team not fold after giving up a big number early on, and they're going to have to find a way here. This is the best team in the Cape League today, and hopefully they can use some of that offensive outburst they had yesterday to help them out here on the road in Cotuit.
Like Matt said, it's the first time that the Dores will face Cotuit today. Zach, is the first time we'll also see this pitching staff. What should we know about this pitching matchup?
Yeah, well, Cotuit's been the best staff on the Cape as well so far this summer, a sub-2.78 ERA. They've been outstanding. And now, coming in, though, they've got a guy from Northeastern and Jake Gigliotti going to the mound who can really throw it well. Sinker, slider, changeup mix. Really has that power sinker, some arm side fade on that changeup as well. And then on the other side for the Dores, it's Logan Van Treek making his first actual start. He's had a couple of long relief appearances. He's been good in both of those, including his last one not allowing any runs in the appearance against YD, but now back at it here today with a start. He's making this start and one more for the Dores this summer. Excited to see what he can do in a starting role back where he's more comfortable and what he does for the Bisons at Lipscomb.
Now here at the Cape League, the rosters are always changing, new guys coming and going. Matt, what should we know about for Falmouth, and who should we keep an eye out for?
Yeah, we talked about yesterday that it would be the last game for 3 Commodores who are not here now, Chase Lavalette, Deuce Gorson, and Charlie Condon. So guys are going to have to step up. And one guy who I was saying on the broadcast yesterday, this could be his breakout game, and it really was, Kevin Bazell. He's been playing a little bit of third base coming in from Texas Tech. He got here just a few days ago. 4 appearances yesterday, had 2 walks and 2 singles. I mean, he got away on base. He got thrown out at the plate. He was almost a run scoring in the ball game. It would have been his second run scored of the game, actually. So his aggressiveness when he gets aboard, he's a good, powerful hitter. We know that coming in from what he does with the Red Raiders. So right around that middle part of the order, I expect him to be back in there to provide a little bit of offense. Walker Yannick, I thought his best game was yesterday as well. He had a couple of barrels on 3 really, really good at-bats, including a 2-run double that got Falmouth on the board yesterday. He's back behind the plate for the second consecutive game. So between those 2 guys, again, guys that, maybe a week and a half ago weren't here, they're going to be the guys you're going to have to look to here for Falmouth if you're going to want to get those offensive bursts that you're not going to have anymore with Lavalette, and especially Condon, who's been here since the beginning of the year. He's not here anymore.
And now, Zach, the first time we're seeing the Cavaliers, what should we know about this squad, and who should we keep an eye out for?
Well, you're not going to take long to find the best player in this order so far. Brett Bateman out of Minnesota hitting a staggering .518. 18 for 35 of the dish so far. He's leading off tonight for Cotuit, and that's going to be a massive first out needed by Logan Van Treek, trying to start off the game and start off the innings well, because Bateman can get aboard, and when he gets aboard, he can come around to score. And with this staff that Cotuit has, 1 to 2 runs sometimes has been enough. You would think Falmouth's offense is going to hopefully be able to get some runs across. They've done a good job of that to this point for most of the season, but you got to really get things going defensively early. You don't want to fall behind like they have the last few times. 0-4 this season when the opponent scores in the first inning. Got to cut that down today.
The sun's coming out a little bit after a little bit of a rainy day yesterday, so I'm excited for the Cavaliers and the Commodores to face off. This has been Opening the Door. We'll see you guys on the broadcast.